So in this video we'll be talking about switching the drive on your computer from a read-only mode into a read-write mode. And a few words on why that is necessary. So on all latest systems we have enabled this read-only mode because let's say whether you have a Raspberry Pi with an SD card or perhaps you have one of our industrial PCs with an SSD, you will have some sort of a limited number of writing operations that are in theory possible for that storage. So to prevent failure or premature failure, we have enabled read-only mode on the system with only the home folder being in read-write mode. So of course this does improve the longevity of the system, which is the goal. However, there are cases in which you would actually like to have this read-only mode be turned off in order to make some changes to the system. So in this video we'll be covering how to actually turn that mode off and how to make changes to your files or perhaps your folders, your packages, etc. So the read-only mode is dependent upon the overlay root package, which we will be taking a look at in a second. So here I'll type in df to see which disks are currently mounted, and here we can see that we have two partitions. So this will be the root read-only and the root read-write. So the read-only section is our SD card. Here it's on the Raspberry Pi. And the read-write is our storage. It's the TMPFS, temporary file storage facility. So the SD card is what's currently blocked. We cannot write on it. We don't have write access. So now that we have taken a look at this and we know what's what, we can go and try to make some changes. And in cases where we are trying to make changes to the files on this particular partition, which happens to be read-only, we will essentially want to switch the mode from read-only to a read-write mode. And as an aside, for these two partitions, we will have our system automatically recognize these two partitions, and it will combine them in the home folder. So effectively we don't have to worry about whether one is read-only and read-write. Usually it's hidden from the end user and it works seamlessly. Okay, so here I will be typing in sudo mount for administrator access, and then I will be typing in media root -ro space -o and then rw, so read write, comma remount. So we effectively already have this partition mounted. Now we'd like to remount it in read-write mode. Afterwards, we will be, after we've checked everything, we will press enter, and at this point we will be able to edit the files in this folder that we have just remounted. So now that we've remounted the folder and we have granted ourselves read-write access, we actually want to edit the files. So here we'll be entering Midnight Commander. I've typed in sudo mc, and here we will be navigating not to our root folder, but we'll be going to our media/root ro, which is the folder again that we have remounted. And in it you can see all the same folders, however these will now be editable, and these will be saved on the drive once we reload the system. So here, as you can see again, I'm just navigating back to my media/root.ro/etc folder, and here in it we can edit the files, and all of the differences will be saved to the drive after we reload. So a common application of our ability to edit or write to the system, edit the files, is to edit our network settings, which are located in the etc/netplan folder. This is a very common application of the read-write access that we've just granted the system. So our next option is to actually temporarily disable the read-only mode entirely. For example, if you'd like to install some new packages or to update your system, etc., etc. And this can be done with the same overlay root package that I've already mentioned. This is a simple procedure. Simply go to your etc folder and navigate down to the overlayroot.conf file. Once you've navigated down to it, open this file, and you will have a number of comments in it. However, the only two important lines are at the very bottom, so these last two lines that you see on the screen right now. And these are effectively responsible for the read-only access. And here we'd like to simply comment them out, so this will switch the system to read-write mode once we reload it once again. So here, just put a hashtag or a pound sign in front of the two lines. Next, you can save your file and reload the system through your typical restart, shutdown, etc. And the next time you will launch your computer, you will have launched it without the overlay root functionality, and thus you will not have the two partitions, you will only have the read-write mode. And since we don't actually recommend you keep this on at all times, you will also want to re-enable it. And to do that, you will simply go back to your overlay root file. However, since you've enabled it, the folder will be in the root folder instead now, so you will not have that split between your media/root and the general root folder. You will simply have the root folder, and in it simply open the overlay.conf file and delete those two hashtag or pound signs. And after you relaunch the system, it will go back to your read-only and read-write split for partitions. So I hope this covers it. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us on our forum at forum.pvautomation.com.